We got more Overwatch 2 news. Yes, rejoice. Okay, so basically, we got 2 new hero reworks. In this video, we're going to be covering Doomfist. So basically, biggest change for Doomfist is he's switching roles. He's going to be a tank now. And I know I know a lot of people are a little bit worried about that, but there is significant overall happening, and let's see what the Overwatch developers have to say about it. So, Doomfist. Doomfist's current playstyle is unique, even for a damage hero. He's a fast-paced, mobile, and lethal brawling machine. Facts. Doomfist is a combo hero, taking a page out of fighting games. We want to keep that feeling while moving him into the tank role, explains Goodman. This is Jeff Goodman. Some abilities, he says, will seem familiar, while others will further define him as a tank. Okay. His base health is increasing from 250 to 450. He's thick. Putting him much more in line with other tank heroes. Okay, right? I mean, you had to make that adjustment. Hand cannon will function pretty much the same, trading faster ammo recharge for slightly less damage. Okay. Interesting. Rocket punch is quicker and deals less damage, but still has the potential to knock back enemies. Rocket punch is quicker, okay, and deals less damage. So I'm guessing the overall charge is quicker, but it still has a charging ability. Power block is the new core of Doomfist Kit. With Power Block, Doomfist enters a defensive stance that reduces all damage taken from the front by 90%. What? So is it mitigation, or is it eating damage like Defense Matrix or whatever Sigma's ability is? His little whirlwind thing. Doomfist Gauntlet becomes charged if he blocks enough damage with Power Block. What? That's a weird resource. That obviously is not in the game at all right now. Huh. It kind of reminds me of Zarya Bubble, right? His charge gauntlet empowers his next rocket punch's damage, knockback radius, travel speed, and distance. His targets will be stunned if he knocks them against the wall. Okay, so if he's got this little, and you can see here, this is, I'm guessing this is Power Block that we're seeing in this image down here. So basically, don't shoot that, because if you shoot that, you make his punch really strong. Oh, all right, interesting. And it still has knockback too. That's important. Opposing players should be cautious about charging. Okay, that's exactly what I just said. Opposing players should be cautious about charging Doomfist's Gauntlet, says Goodman. Power Block feels kind of like Zarya when people shoot into her shields. Okay. But instead of passively gaining damage, his next punch will get a buff that lasts until either he uses Rocket Punch or is unlimited. Oh, okay, so once you've powered his punch up, his punch is powerful until he uses it or he dies and loses it. Doomfist Kit, Doomfist, that's so hard to say plural. Doomfist Kit rewards both defensive and offensive playstyles with many high damage combos. When he blocks damage for his team, he can quickly charge Rocket Punch, knock enemies back, and potentially stun them for around 1 second if they are punched into a wall. Does it still get the wall damage though? Because I know the damage is a lot more if you hit a wall. When you block a hard-hitting attack, you get powered up instantly. It almost feels like a parry, says Goodman. Oh, okay, interesting. Elden Ring. Okay, so basically, because his punch is charging so much faster, once you've made the mistake and shot the Power Block, his like little shield, you've kind of given him a really strong ability. Wow, interesting. I like this. This is significantly different from Doomfist's current ability set, right? Seismic Slam now launches Doomfist into the air towards where you're aiming. Interesting. Like Winston's leap. Oh, okay. So, right. Huh. So you can do some cheesy stuff with that. I can imagine you, kind of like if you're playing Lucio, you can reposition the enemy team. Sometimes you can even push them towards your team, which is really strong. Upon landing, he creates a shockwave that damages and slows enemies. Slow. Okay, slow is like theme of 2022 Overwatch 2. Doomfist has super fluid mobility on planes right now, says Goodman. On all planes right now, says Goodman. He gained a ton of mobility with Seismic Slam, but he doesn't have as much jerky, unpredictable movement. I wonder if he can still do all the diagonal punching and all that stuff. I'm sure he can. That's like a defining part of his kit. He has many similarities to other disruptor tanks like Wrecking Ball or Winston, so it's important to be very aware of Doomfist's placement. Okay, where's the Doom? For example, remembering that power block only blocks damage from the front is key when jumping into the enemy team with Seismic Slam. Right, so you always want to be facing the enemy, especially if you expect a lot of damage coming to you, because you can just power block. All right, interesting. You want to ensure that you jump all the way over your enemies so you can power block their damage and rocket punch them into your team without taking heavy hits from the back. Oh, okay. I didn't even think about it like that. So, right. So you could just kind of, like I was talking about earlier with Lucio, you can really utilize this to displace the enemy team into the line of sight, or even within close proximity of your own team. Interesting. Doomfist's ultimate Meteor Strike has gained a new utility and a shorter cast time. Overall, the damage has been reduced, but the impact damage at the center will still be hard hitting. Okay, so I don't think his ult is really used for damage at the moment, but interesting. Less damage, but the impact damage, okay, so it has a shorter cast time, so I wonder if you have less time to react to his radius, because you can, when he ults currently, you can kind of see the radius and go, okay, I need to get out of here. Interesting. This can be fun to play with. The knockback has been removed and replaced by a slow for all enemies hit. Okay, I don't know. Slow is kind of worrying me at the moment, but again, let's get our hands on before we make too many assumptions. Making this ability a great initiating tool for your team. This modified ultimate, paired with his tank-aligned changes, enables the quick, impactful gameplay that he had as a damage hero. While his new positioning and combos require more finesse to manage, he has transformed into a more approachable, free-flowing, and impactful tank, all while feeling familiar to current Doomfist players. Okay, so I wonder, I'm not a Doomfist player. I really wonder what Doomfist players are thinking right now. Okay, let's go and look at, they also provided a graphic. Let's take a look at that. And there we go. And kind of see exactly what's going on here. They provide some numbers too, which is a little bit more informative. Oh, is that the new Doomfist is looking nice. It's kind of got like winter coat going on. I like it. Doomfist has always had a really cool design though. I remember when he first came out, I immediately bought his gold gun, and then after 3 minutes of playing him, figured out I was not a Doomfist player, but still, I've always liked his character design. General is now a tank. This we know. Health increased to 450. This we know. Hand cannon. Ammo recovery increased to once every 0.4 seconds. I don't know what it is currently, but that's pretty fast. Damage reduced from 6 to 5 per pellet. Now that's significant because that's per pellet, not overall. Interesting. Okay. But again, it's recharging faster, so you're shooting more, but each little burst of pellet damage is a little bit less, right? Power block. Protect yourself from frontal attacks. Blocking heavy damage empowers rocket punch, right? Empowered rocket punch travels faster, further, and deals increased damage. Okay, uppercut. Ability removed. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. Now, That's interesting. So power block is going to be what replaces uppercut. That's interesting. Uppercut gave him Doomfist a lot of mobility because you can gain height to gain distance, right? Also, that was a really easy way to get high ground. That's going to be interesting. I think that is going to be a bigger. I think that's going to be a bigger regression in his overall mobility than people may realize from the beginning. So it's going to be interesting to play Doomfist. I can't wait. Rocket Punch, max charge time reduced to 1 second. Okay, that's the max charge. So his punch still does charge over time, and 1 second is kind of fast. So interesting. Impact damage reduced to 15 with a high end of 30. Wall slam damage reduced to 20 with a high end of 40. Okay, so it still is getting wall slam damage. Seismic Slam now launches you just like Winston's Leap. So are you always on screen? Because you know, like when Doomfist ult as it, well, no, never mind. This is Seismic Slam, not Meteor Strike. Seismic Slam. So now launches you just like Winston's Leap. I wonder if that means you can gain more ground with it. Because Winston does, like, his ability to jump, his ability to leap is a lot better than Doomfist Seismic Slam in terms of like gaining ground and also control. Seismic Slam has always, to me, felt a little buggy. On landing, it deals more damage and slows enemy. Okay, so you do not want to get slammed because basically that slow effect is gonna allow Doomfist to punish you even further, right? Ultimate Meteor Strike now adds is slow to all enemies hit. Okay, more slow. Outer ring damage reduced to 100 with, and at the max range of that ring, it's going to be only 15, which is not much. Interesting. Activation time reduced to 0.5 seconds. Wow. Crazy new rework for Doomfist. Let me know in the comments, are you a Doomfist player? Does this appeal to you at all? And is it a rip Doomfist? I mean, is this the end of all the crazy Doomfist shenanigans we see where you're just walking down choke like a normal player and all of a sudden Doomfist comes from the stratosphere out of nowhere? But nonetheless, very excited for Overwatch 2. We are so close. I cannot wait. And this might be one of the first characters that I try the rework with because I'm interested. And honestly, it's another Tink, so got to be happy there. Again, and as always, if you like the content, please consider liking and subscribing. And we got news.